I've not eaten at one of these restaurants in over 10 years. And that's not changing today. But what I am going to do is eat a stereotypical processed food diet for a day, and then I'm going to see just how hard it is to actually exercise that off. Okay, Ronald?
Whilst I eat a diet of unprocessed healthy foods that make me feel good, and see how hard it is to exercise that off.
And we're going to do it all from the paradise island of Koh Lipe, which is where we are for our holiday. And before we do anything, because we've just woken up, I'm going to give us credit for our basal metabolic rate. And if you don't know what that is, it's just basically the amount of calories that your body needs to consume in order to survive life-sustaining functions, let's call it. So we get that credit before we've even eaten anything or exercised. And then, on top of that, where are we going now?
We're going running.
And breakfast. Now obviously that basal metabolic rate, by the way, it's calculated based on our age, weight, height, things like that. So everyone's going to be different. So that's our starting points. Now we've just got to find somewhere to do an interval session on a tiny island.
With loads of motorbikes.
With loads of motorbikes. Okay, Mary, you ready to burn some calories?
I'm ready. I was born ready.
You tailed off there. I was born ready. It's early morning, we're tired. Right.
No coffee.
No coffee, yeah, that's true. This was actually a tough session of kilometre repeats at above marathon pace on a hilly kilometre in above 30-degree heat and humidity. Repeat, pretty much done now. So when using a mix of our Garmin's and an online calculator to work out the calories burned, we're probably on the lower end, but for me it was about 800 kilocalories for around an hour, and Mary was 750.
Halfway through my kilometre repeats with some hills, so good Boston training right here. Because of the terrain, I'm just going off effort rather than feel, so actually a bit ahead of pace, so probably burning a bit more than planned, but we'll see how that works out later in the day. Whew, it's good to burn.
Halfway point, last rep. This is officially it. Oh my God, come on. There it is. Oh, only just. That was a 3:58. My God, that hurt. You did it. What was that? 4:13. Okay, Mare, what did you order?
Pancakes with fruit.
Okay, and I ordered the same, so believe it or not, you can go both ways with pancakes, depending on how you eat them, but the way that we're doing it is just fruit, orange juice, latte, cappuccino, so I don't know what that adds up to. We'll put it here.
I was going to have a smoothie bowl, but they didn't have that option, so what are you going to do?
And we know diet's a divisive topic, so what we're not trying to do is tell anyone how to eat. All we wanted to do was see how much diet can impact our training and how hard we'd have to train to find the balance. If you're training hard, it's not sensible to be in a high calorie deficit, but you don't want to go too far the other way either. We're trying to match calories in with calories out. Enough fuel to train without large amounts of weight gain or large amounts of weight loss. Mary, I fear this might be the last time we have similar meals today. What do you think? Now before we get too far into the day, let's talk about afterburn, because if you think about it, you're not just going to do exercise and burn off calories and then it just stops dead, because your body's still going to be recovering and repairing at an accelerated rate, so you're going to actually still be burning more calories than your basal metabolic rate after exercise. So I've looked into that. I mean, this is not hard science, by the way, this is all meant to be a bit of fun, but I have also calculated what might be the afterburn that you would get calorie wise from about a 12 kilometre quite hard session. And Mary, It's now been removed from our calorie count by the magic of technology. Graphics. So before lunch we went for a massage for an hour, but then Mary went for a walk for about an hour as well, and I went back to the room to work. And a walk is also a really good way of burning off a few more cheeky calories. So at lunchtime it was actually pretty much neck and neck.
So I decided to go for a walk along the beach, and it ended up being quite a long walk. So I'm walking back. I might be lost.
We're in search of somewhere for lunch now. I am starting to feel hungry, are you?
Yeah, I am actually.
Yeah.
Plan.
Yeah, okay, well it's time to eat and I'm going to have to eat dirty.
Plan this on purpose.
I planned this on purpose. I mean, it's going to have to be a burger, isn't it? For me, and a vanilla milkshake. Is that fair?
Yeah, what, you?
What about you?
I think I'm going to go for a papaya salad and mango fresh shake.
I want that too. Okay, I'll have it. And this is mine. French fries. Big old barbecue burger. Mango smoothie. Vanilla milkshake. Papaya salad, mango smoothie, plain rice, and oh, there's your water over there.
Yeah, it's actually a huge salad, so with a lot of cashew nuts, but...
Oh, I feel so full. And I've got a really frightening feeling, or what's the word? I've got a really terrible feeling that I'm almost near to my expenditure.
I think you could be.
Actually, if you're watching, you'll know before I do. I'm going to go back to the room and just work it all out.
I'm feeling quite fresh. How are you feeling?
Sluggy. And I've realised something. Do you want the where we're at?
Yeah.
Okay. After lunch and your walk and my bigger lunch, I don't have much to play with. So I have 330 calories left for the day, and I have to eat an unhealthy meal tonight. You have 1,174 calories, don't need to exercise again, can eat pretty much what you want. There's only one thing for this, unfortunately. Just so I can get energy balance, I'm gonna have to multiple exercise day, so I'm going for a swim. That's the only thing I can do, or the way I can see of me making this balance out, is exercising multiple times a day.
Yeah.
Which is mad, but necessary. Full disclosure, I rarely exercise twice a day unless I'm in the depths of marathon training or triathlon training, but needs must, otherwise I'm getting nowhere near energy balance. And it's dawning on me that exercise really doesn't burn as many calories as perhaps I thought it does. So while I get a 20-minute swim in, Mary smugly rests on the beach, and I actually hadn't looked up how many calories swimming burns, so I suspect I'm in for a rude awakening when I do check. That's so sketchy out there. It's like, oh, I better stop the watch. Like no visibility, big jellyfish like that big. That's absolutely mad. So I managed to scrabble to get 20 minutes in, but 800 meters is not far for 20 minutes. Did not expect that either. Hopefully burnt some calories though, so I'm gonna go and find out how many. Now it's time for the great reveal. If I just type in 20 minutes of moderate swimming into the calculator, I should find out that I've burnt 133 calories. Where does that put me? 460 with dinner to go. There's no way I'm even getting near balance in terms of calories in, calories out, but I am gonna have to go and do one more workout, Mary, just to get near.
One more workout?
Yeah, strength and conditioning workout back in the room. 3 workouts for the day just to try and get balance. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. That bloody milkshake was 500 kilocalories alone. That's over an hour of swimming, or 45 minutes of running. But if I want to try and get balance at dinner, I'm gonna have to work out again. Now clearly, this kind of relationship between food and exercise is pretty unhealthy, and it's not something we want to promote. We're simply trying to highlight the fact that we think diet is as important to understand and get right as running is. They go hand in hand and shouldn't be seen as separate entities. Like that if you exercise you can eat what you want. Clearly that's not the case, and hopefully the choices we're making highlight that. It's all about balance, pure and simple. Okay, so workout done, and again I put it into the calculator and you wouldn't believe it, 130 calories or so. So that puts me at minus 590 calories with dinner to come. So in a last ditch attempt I've decided that we walk the 20 minutes to get to where we're eating, so that's another 100, right?
Depends if we walk back as well, but obviously I've got an extra 100 as well.
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, so let's say I'm around 700. That's not great. And by the way, I've worked out 3 times today. It's really, actually, that's the one thing that surprised me, is just how little workouts actually burn calories wise. And as the evening drew in, we headed to a beach to watch the sunset and grab a quick drink, and without even knowing it, I lost out again. Who knew a can of Sprite would hold more calories than the equivalent sized beer? A Sprite was 130 and the beer was 120, so a very nearly defeated me and a jubilant Mary headed to a very nice restaurant for dinner. And while I tucked into a pizza, Mary ordered the spicy beef salad, and I was done by now, but I'm seeing this challenge out until the bitter end. So obviously, I ordered 2 scoops of vanilla ice cream just to finish off in style. And I'll be honest, right now I was regretting ever deciding to make this video, but I really feel like it's a valuable lesson learnt for me and hopefully you watching. The old adage, you can't outrun a bad diet, springs to mind, and the way I'm feeling right now, I can't run at all without potentially seeing all of my food again anyway. Okay.
I've got no idea if this fits, but it's so good.
What is it?
Yeah, chocolate gelato.
Chocolate?
I just tasted it because it looks like sorbet, but it's like that gelato that's like really properly made, you know, like sorbet. I went to see if there was like a coconut sorbet.
Let's just add that onto your total.
Well, went in for chocolate sorbet, coconut sorbet, came out with
chocolate gelato. Okay, we can see where you're at when we get in, but it's important for everyone, I suppose, watching to understand that we're talking about balance, right? We're talking about keeping balance, so it's all right to do this. That's no problem. Oh, you're getting water.
Water.
Sorry, I'll let you enjoy it. Mary likes to have her own time.
You get the water then.
Yeah, yes. Mary,
yeah.
I've done the final calculations. It's grim reading for me, although people watching the video will already know. But it's late at night, I need to sleep this off. I'm in a bit of a food coma. We're going to pick it up in the morning with our thoughts. Here's the results on the back here. Right, sorry, nearly hit in the face. Yeah, so I've needed a little bit of time to digest the results, if you'll pardon the pun. But Mary, what it came in with, when you include all the walking that you did and you include the food that you ate and the exercise you did, you ended up yesterday with a 450 calorie credit. I, however, ended up yesterday 900 kilocalories in debt. That is almost an entire meal and a half in itself.
Yeah.
And I do feel it today, I'll be honest with you. I felt sluggish all day. We went for a run this morning, didn't feel great. So I guess on top of the fact that I just completely overate, it's what am I putting in the tank in order to exercise the next day, right?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't perfect either because I allowed myself a few treats, which obviously I could fit in, but obviously they haven't made me feel amazing.
One thing we're really clear about here is that we're absolutely not preaching to you how to eat. Everyone should just eat how you want to eat. We just wanted to do this experiment to see how it affected us and our training. And one of the main things I suppose it's really important to also note is that both of the diets from yesterday that we ate, probably our normal diet is somewhere in the middle, right?
Yeah.
You don't really eat 2 salads in a day, and I definitely don't eat like that in a day, so probably brings us somewhere more into the middle where if we were doing exercise, we're reasonably calorie balanced.
Yeah,
which
and
is
I don't usually have a beer on a Wednesday.
But what did surprise me was how hard it is to work off calories eaten in just exercise alone, how little swimming or even the run actually burnt off. The vanilla milkshake was more than the swim and the strength and conditioning workout combined.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we hope you found the experiment interesting. We do it so you don't have to. And if you enjoyed it enough that it brought you some value, then consider subscribing, but
no hard sell.
and if you like the video, you're definitely going to like this one, which was the 5 most effective diet habits for runners, based on a book by Matt Fitzgerald, where it's a simple, effective 5-step strategy to eating well that all the top athletes do across the world. Thanks for watching. See you Sunday.
Bye.